What's up, guys? I'm in my aunt's apartment right now. And how are you today? Now, check out the view. You see? Alright, it's a little bit noisy right here. It's a little bit crowded, but, well, there's no place like home. I prefer to be here rather than being in Australia. Anyways, today we're gonna talk about a hook, story, and offer, right? So, what is a hook? A hook is something that grabs your attention when you are using Facebook or when you're using Instagram and you see an ad, right? And or whatever it is, right? You just scrolling down and then you suddenly stops, and you look at the picture or the video or some word, right? And that is the hook, right? So whenever you're going to do business and whenever you're running ads, then you have to have a hook. And so the hook is simply something that grabs your attention. So if you don't have a hook, and if you're just running an ad without a hook, or if you're just saying something without a hook, whenever you're going to sell something, but you have to start with a hook so that someone will be like, wait, what? Like, yeah. So you have to grab their attention. Now, everybody is just scrolling and they're just scrolling the newsfeed and using Facebook and going on with their lives. So you have to have a hook to grab their attention and make them look at you and listen to you more, right? So a couple of examples would be like paper and a pen, so that I can show you more clearly. So there's this guy named Drew, and here, oh, that's a terrible figure, right here, yeah. So there's this guy called Drew. I think his name is Drew, and he's famous for his workout program, right? So he's really masculine. Alright, he's masculine right here. Yeah. So his name is Drew. And first he was masculine and he was selling workout courses and such. So he's in workout. Damn, I can't write. So yeah, he's in workout, and then suddenly he decided that he's already fit right here. So he was trying to help people who are not fit, who are fat, to become fit. So what he did was he ate a lot of things for months. And he became fat. He became fat for real, guys. He literally became fat. So he became fat right now. And then he spent a couple of months to become fit again. So it's like this. It's difficult for me to draw it. Yeah, fit again. So he go from fit to fat to fit. And now he's got a hook, and that is his hook. And his name, the brand of his name is fit to fat to fit. And that is his brand, and that is his hook. Now he's got a hook here. And as he's already got a hook, and that is his story. So he's got a hook, and also he's got a story. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. So he's got a hook, and also he's got a story. Hey. What's up, guys? Sorry to cut out like this, but if you enjoyed this video so far, make sure to subscribe to this channel and also hit the notification button so that you will get notified every time I put out cool stuff about business and marketing secrets. So yeah, keep enjoying this video. Also, as I said, hook, story, and offer, right? So he's got a hook and he's got a story, because his story is he's going from fit to fat and then to fit. So the clients will be like, oh, he understands us, because the clients are going from fat to fit. So as the person, Drew has already gone from fit to fat to fit. So going from fat to fit, he also understands the difficulties and the problems that might come up in the process, right? So he's already gone through this, so he actually understands this. So the clients will buy from him rather than buying from someone who's already fit and not fat, right? So he understands the problem and he can tell the story better. And that is his hook, fit to fat to fit. And whenever someone who needs to work out or who wants to work out, he is like, oh, he goes from fit to fat to fit. That person will be like, oh, he knows what I'm feeling, because he went through the same process and he succeeded, right? So it's his hook and it's his story. Now, what is his offer? And after telling his hook and the story, he has some offer, and that offer is something that he's going to sell. Now maybe it is his workout program or supplements or something, right? And because his hook and story was so good, he could sell his offer easily, right? His offer became so powerful. Whatever he sells, everybody is going to buy because his hook and story is so good that he doesn't even need to do much to the offer. Now, if he did lots to the offer and now he's selling $1 million business, right? So that is pretty good for him. And also, I'll give you guys another example. Now, another example would be from Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson did a 90-minute presentation, right here, 90-minute presentation, and sold and made about $3 million, guys. $3 million in 90 minutes. That was in tennis event, which is Grant Cardone's event. So he made 3 millions in 90 minutes, and now that has become his hook. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that has become his hook. And then he's telling this story again and again about how he did it and such, and everybody wants to learn from him because he did it so good that he made 3 millions in 90 minutes, right? So he's got a hook, the story, and then whatever he offers next, everybody wants to buy because he made 3 millions in 90 minutes and he showed his skill, and it was his social proof evidence, right? So yeah, that's another example. And one of the most famous examples that I can give you guys is from John Riis. If you guys have heard of him, that's pretty good. John Riis is someone who sold $1 million, I guess, in one day, guys. He broke the 4-minute mile. Now he sold $1 million in one day. He was the first person ever to do that. Right before he did that, nobody thought that it was possible. Everybody thought, oh, it is impossible to sell 1 million in one day. And then he did it, and everybody just continues to do that because he broke the record, and everybody thought, oh, it is possible. He already did it, so why can't I? Right? So he's got a very good hook right here because he sold $1 million in one day, and he's the first person to do that. So he sold that, and then he tells his story, and then he offers. Right? So whenever you're going to sell something, make sure that you have a hook, a story, and an offer. Now, why do you need a story? Now, a story is something that you can change someone's beliefs, right? In marketing, everybody tells a story. Now, whatever you're going to sell something, you have to tell a story, an epiphany bridge story, right? I'll get into story in details later on. An offer. What is an offer? A story is to change the beliefs of someone, right? An offer is to fill in the gap because you have already changed someone's belief, and now there is a gap in their minds. So you have to fill in the gap by offers, right? You have to offer something. Like you can make the offer greater by, like, I'll show you on the next page. This is awesome, guys. Just check it out. I'm so excited for this. So here, people, whenever people are going to buy something, they always look for something cheaper, right? Now let's supposedly say that you're selling some supplements. Right here, it is a supplement, right? Just it is a supplement. Supplement. All right. So here, you're gonna sell a supplement. Now you're selling this for $100. Now bear with me, right? So you're selling this for $100, and your competitors are also selling this for $100. Now, if you want more clients than the competitors, then you have to sell it for $90, right? So the clients are going to come to you because you're selling this for $90 and the competitors are selling for $100. Now, let's be honest, guys. Everybody wants to buy something that's a lot cheaper, right? So whenever I'm going to buy something, I'll be like, oh, this is selling for $90. Oh, this alternative is selling for $100. So of course I'm going to buy this for $90, right? So that's the problem, guys. If you're selling things and if you're making your price always cheaper than your competitors, then it's going to become the competition to the bottom, right? Because your competitor is also going to sell for $80, and now he's got the clients, and then you're going to sell for $70, and it will go on and go on, right? So if you want to avoid all of this, in the previous video I've told you guys about this, right? Now I'm just explaining a little bit more. So if you guys want the clients, then you have to sell by making them perceive something as cheaper. Now let me explain this. Now, why do people buy things cheaper? Because they want to buy something. Why do people buy this? Because they want to buy things cheaper, right? So people are looking for cheaper options, right? So there are two ways to make something cheaper. Now, the first way is to lower the price, right? And the second way, this is the first option, and the second way is to raise the value. Right? So let me explain this to you. Now, the price that you're going to pay is for $70, and the value that you're getting it is $100, right? And you only have to pay for $70. So you're like, oh, I'm definitely going to buy this because this is a lot more value, right? But you have already reduced the price to $70, right? So people are going to buy this because the client will be thinking like, oh, I'm getting $100 thing for only $70. Now that's the price that you have gone cheaper to, right? So if you don't want to reduce the price, then you can also raise the value. Now I'm going to tell you how to raise the value. The way to increase the value without reducing the price and make it cheaper is by making an offer. Now, making an offer will be like, now there are a few I think there are three ways to make an offer. So the first way is the most common. Now this is the core product, your core product, right? Now one of the ways to make an offer is to add value, add additional value. Now add additional product like supplements, and then here is the PDF for, now if you're going to sell a supplement for workout, then you can say that, oh, this is a PDF or a workbook to get 6-pack abs, right? Or here is some things that you can also get, like two hours coaching program, okay, discounts if you buy from me, then from the competitors, then you're going to get this, and also you're going to get this, and you're going to get this. Now all of a sudden you don't need to sell this for $70 anymore. You can sell this for $120 if you want, right? It all depends on you, right? So now you're not selling $100 product for $70 and making it cheaper than the competitors anymore. The competitors are trying to make something cheaper, and now you're selling this for the most expensive thing, $120. But you're getting the clients because you are making it so valuable that people will be thinking like, oh, I have to get this because this is so valuable. I have to get this. I have to give you my money, right? So that is the mindset that you want people to be in, because you want to give them the value. Value is all about perspective, right? You might not pay for this, but if you give this offer to someone who would pay for it, the right customer, then they're going to pay for it, right? So getting the right customer is really, really important if you are going to make an offer, okay? So as Dan Kennedy, if you guys don't know about Dan Kennedy, he is a marketing legend, right? He's a legend. He's the god. So Dan Kennedy once said that if you can't beat the cheapest option, if you can't be the cheapest option in the market, then there's no strategic advantage in being the second cheapest, because you can't be the cheapest. So if you can't be the cheapest, you gotta be the most expensive, and you gotta give the most value. All right. So you're gonna get lots more clients than the competitors if you can make an offer, and if you can get them to the offer by the hook and telling your story, right? Now offer is important, right? So if you have a very, very good offer, like you have a pretty good offer, like 100% good offer, but people don't see the offer first. If your clients don't see the offer, then they can't buy from you. So to get them to see the offer, you gotta have a hook, right? So you're gonna get them you're gonna let them see the hook like fit to fat to fit, or like John Riis, $1 million in a day, how to make $1 million in a day, or $3 million in 90 minutes, right? So you have to have a hook to make them look at you, and then you tell your story, and then this story will change their beliefs, like, oh, he did it. Oh, this guy goes from fit to fat, and then he fits, so he understands my problems, so he can do it. If he can do it, why can't I do it too, right? So customers are going to think like that if you tell your story. You have to tell your story so that they will change their beliefs, and they will think like, oh, this is possible, and you have already done it, so I'm gonna do it too. And then you offer them something that they want, right? Something that they want. Your offer also has to be really, really valuable and be the most expensive, rather than making it cheaper by reducing the price. All right, make them seem that your offer is a lot cheaper by raising the value of the offer. So right now your offer might be worth $1,000 because you raised the value, and then you only ask for $120. So people will be like, oh, this one cost for $1,000, but I only had to pay for $120, right? So this is so valuable that I have to get this right now, right? So this is how people think. All right, guys, make use of this right now if you want to, and so that's all for today. See ya.